Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. Thank you so much. Traders Global. I really appreciate the question there. Okay, Traders Global, yes. So I want to answer your question for you this way. So a lot of times, when we text or type things or text things or whatever, sometimes I guess the information kind of get lost in its interpretation of the words. And because of what we do is essentially is visual. So I want to give you a video to reference. Now, if you want to see me trade live, I plan on uploading a live trade video sometime tomorrow, either today. I'm trying to edit it down. It's kind of long. I did it this morning, but just to catch you up, you can watch this. The FOMC, I traded that live in the off the open, kind of the two volatile times. I'm using a prop account in these though for the challenge because I know people they like that, and it's I guess it's popular. So I try to do that right there. But in the video that I plan on uploading, I'm actually using the other account that I actually passed. So, but to entertain yourself until I can get that done because it's really long, and I'm going to try to edit it down to get it on here. But until you are able to see it, I'm going to go ahead and outline the stops for you. So, and this is for anyone that want to watch this clearly. Go ahead and just take a moment, take this in. I'm gonna kind of outline the stops. I have Bitcoin here because it probably have a little bit more volatility than gold right now, and so I have Bitcoin. And again, the example it doesn't matter really the time frame or the asset class. This is applied across the board, and so I have a hourly chart of gold as well, and we'll take a look at that again. All about the next 5 or 6 minutes. I should be able to outline this for you. So when it comes to the stop, let me just kind of sit this off to the side. As a matter of fact, let me take it out of screen just for right now. So when it comes to the stop, my friend, this is what we're doing, and it's really simple. All you're doing is finding the candle. And now I'll do it like this first. You just find the candle, and then you just want to make sure that the next candle break its low clearly, and then you want to see if that next candle, and this is the most important part. Will the next candle close in favor of this candle? All right, really simple stuff. Really, really simple. You want this close to be near this one in some regard. In some regard. You really don't want this candle to start closing really far back into this one. You don't want that. That's not really what you want. But you need this candle right here. Now, let's say it's a bearish one, on this low. You want this one to close kind of on its low. Now it can have some wick. We got to have some give to the market because it goes up and down clearly. It can have some wick. But you wanted to close primarily on its low. Now, you can go with it whatever percent you want. But that's pretty much what you're looking for. And then you want the next candle. Now let's do it again. Here we go. We need the next candle to close. I would say, near its close, near its close. Now, clearly, it can go back and close in here, into the candle and still go. It can. But this is really, really important. Really, really important that this close favor this bar's direction in order to get it to work. Here's an example right here. Okay, here's an example. Now I'm not going to cherry pick none of it. That's why I'm gonna try to get the Bitcoin in front of you in just a second so you can kind of see it in real time. You see how this candle is closing near that bar's close. It did push one more candle, pushed up. Now it flipped it too. It actually came back in the opposite sense and closed above. And this is a 1 minute chart of gold. Closed, in the opposite sense, back in the opposite direction. Just couldn't get past that high, and came down. And the interesting thing about it, it's touched the back of the turn, pushed up, but then turned back around. Now here we didn't get that close favorably down here, but we did get it off that candle. Now with this candle being this small and clearly it's headed down, just take the trade. Stop right behind there, finish out the candle, if nothing more. Now you got to know what the trend is. That's the most important part, and that's why I say, well, if you can go with the technicals, just use a 15 SMA or whatever you want, but just make sure it's a medium weight, at least a medium weight, and you want to make sure there's at least 7 bars in this direction, and they all need to be lower than the prior one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. All right, so that's a trend. And typically they can go the distance of that trend. All right. So when it pulls back up, and here's the other piece, when it pulls back up, the reversal bar, that's kind of like an engulfing. The middle of the reversal bar is important as well as the open of the second one that's lower. That's important. And so there's the distance of the trend. It went the distance of the trend. So, and you'll probably look here and say, well, I had 6 bars up. All right, let's see, can we get the technicals to line up? I don't want to hold you too long. I don't want We had this trend up, clearly that was a trend. Then we set a trend to the downside here. And then we had, an uptrend here. Let's go ahead and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 there. All right. Dove back down, didn't break the low. There's the distance of that 6. There you go. All right. So, but then they got up here and they couldn't break that trend. All right. So that's what you're looking for. You want to make sure that that candle, if it's a bullish one, because we did the bearish one, let's get us a wick on top of this here. Just in a few minutes. And again, hopefully this can help you in your trading. It's simple. That's what I'm here to do, is try to make sure trade makes sense and it's simple for you. Here we go. You want to make sure that it closes in favor of that candle. Yeah, it can close above here, even better. But either which way, you just want to make sure it closes favorably in that candle. You don't want it down in here. You don't want it at the midpoint of the candle closing. I mean, that's the easiest way for me to tell it to you. And you can use whatever percent you want, but don't let it close down into the midpoint of the candle. That's not fun. Okay, when they do that, that's not fun. And you can probably look throughout the chart and see several examples of that. Just find several examples of that. Here, that was pretty favorable. They closed down there, they pushed up to it, to the back of it. Okay, they pushed up to the back of that candle and they gave you some more. They didn't do it right away here and they kind of stalled you out. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull Bitcoin in screen and just let you kind of look at that for just a moment while I show you the hourly of the GC. I know you say you kind of get stopped out quite a bit. So well, on gold, because gold do some funny stuff. It do some funny stuff. So I'm gonna just kind of sit this here up here in the corner. You can kind of see that, I guess, go on in real time, and then I'll pull the hourly in frame of gold. So let me make sure that this okay, yeah, that's doing that. Matter of fact, let me slide this over here, because it may do a little bit of that while we're looking at this too. All right, so gold, pretty much the same deal. Matter of fact, I need to slide this down. Okay, and then I need to slide this in frame just a bit because I need the drawing tools. All right, so I want that 15-second to kind of sit there, and that way you can kind of watch, count the bars, see how many we got off that high. Now I don't like this high. They took out the mid of it. That high is weak. They can get through it, but just watch and see what happens with the bars if that scenario show up. Now, the again, this is all about stops. Okay, this is about stops. That's what it's about. You want to know where to hide the stop. Here's a big bar. Let's see if we got our 6 down. I believe we do. I covered this today, so let's use it. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5, and there's your 6. All right, so that's 6 bars down. Let me get some crosshairs here. All right, so now that we had a 6, let me open this up just a bit. You want to make sure all of them are lower than the prior. Okay, that's all. Just got to make sure they're low, and you ignore the ones in between. Don't matter. All right, so it's the ones that's lower than the ones you were counting. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 5. I'm sorry, that's 5 here, and there's 6. So 6 right here. Distance of the trend. Boom, and so we go this way. Okay, and so when it lifts up, it lifted up there. Okay, you can get the distance of the trend. It stopped there and it popped up. And I think I pretty much covered that part in the trend video, but there it is again. I wanted you to know that it can go at least the distance of the trend. I want you to know that it can go that far, and then sometimes after it set the trend, it will pull back on you. So be careful. It'll go back the opposite way. But here you had the candle with the favorable close there. Now let's see, did it go through the back of it? Let's see. Let's get this high here. I believe that's 88. Kind of sitting away from my computer here. So 68.9, and so what's the high here? 68.7. So we came within 2 ticks of the back of that bar, and there's your drop. All right. So it's really, really important that the again, I don't want to cherry pick anything. That's why I got this in front of you. So you can kind of just watch how, I believe it was right here. Now this one was right here, somewhere in there. I think it was these 2 bars. And that one's favoring the close of this one, kind of on its low. Both of them on its low. It reached up and then it pushed down. You just kind of want to make sure that it's favoring. And again, you can rewind the video and all of that. I just want to give you something real time. And again, that's ticking and it's moving, kind of fast. I know gold's a little bit slow. Right now, uh, we've been looking at this bar here. This doji closed like right up at its top. They're holding the back of it. This is a 1 minute chart, and it's slow. And okay, now they finally broke it. That's fine. And if that's the case, I mean, clearly you had this red bar here that closed at at its close, right at its close, and this one was on its low. And so it's slow, but they're honoring, I guess, this right here, and so they're trying to break down. And so this bar, yeah, okay, so now we're back on this hourly really quickly here. You had this bar that's closing near it slow. That's what you want. You don't, again, you don't want them to, you don't want them to start closing into the bar, closing on its low, favoring that bar. And pretty much, if it don't do that right away, you're going to get that back and forth action. And of course, if it can get that done, stop, go behind the bar. Now here, it appears that would have worked, but you want to get that bar full. Next one, close in favor of its low. And you can see that it reached up. Just look at the clock. Make sure they don't close up here. Now, if you know that going into it, when it takes that run against the candle, if it's really going to honor what essentially I'm presenting in front of you, take the entry, stop behind that bar, and see if it'll close back in favor. And once it do that, take the run. Now, the getting stopped out part going to have a little bit to do with how long you're sitting in it too. And see, and that's the other piece that I really didn't say right away in the message board there. But you're going to want to make sure that you're not staying in too long. And so if you're using the moving average, try to get I would say the maximum amount of profit would be if they move away from the average. Okay. If they move away, if they get a push away, they pushed away on that. Try to take your money. All right. If you get too much of that, for instance, we got it here on Bitcoin. They may come back towards you. Now, this is favorable. Okay. This is a favorable scenario. So you should get more of a push. But the further they get away, you're going to probably see them try to get back there. And that's just our teaming, reverting to the means. There's some space here. Okay. You see some buy-in, just try to be mindful of that. And hopefully that can satisfy, see how they're coming back. Okay. So hopefully that satisfy your question as to whether or not, where the stop need to be at. I'm trying to just give you a little bit more information than just the stop. I'm trying to give you an idea of, of course, will it go? Will it go? You want to make sure it's going to go because you're going to get stopped out sometimes. I mean, it's just, how it goes. I mean, you've been trading, so But to know, on gold, because I know gold like to do, its thing. And again, I don't like it. It moves too slow for me. But if it, again, if it can close favorably, that's the thing you're really looking for. If it's not closing favorably, they're going to stall out for a little while before it gets on its way. And it's not so much the color of the candle, too. I want to definitely tell you that. It don't matter the color of the candle. That's one thing I do say a lot in my videos. I don't care about the color of the candles. I really don't. All I care about is where it's closing, where it opens at. That's it. Where my stop need to be at. You can see the red bar here. It's not closing on its low, and then this one came back and closed even the more so near its close. They're going this way, and so that's what that is. And so that's what you have, my friend. I hope this have been to some advantage for you to actually see it in real time. And again, on both charts, I didn't cherry pick anything per se. I just put it in frame and just went at it and tried to show it to you here on real time with this 15-second Bitcoin here. All right, so I wish you all the best with your trading. If you have any more questions, just message me and let me know. I appreciate the question. Thank you.